He is the former undisputed UFC lightweight champion. Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira certainly going to be in the UFC Hall of Fame as the company's most decorated finisher of all time. And no surprise, Charlie Olives has prioritized the finish in this matchup here tonight.
He always does. And I think it's that kill or be killed mentality that made him so fun. You always knew, man, at some point he's going to get hurt and he's not going to get up. But during that time that he did, he was so fun. From Justin Gaethje hurting him on multiple occasions, to Michael Chandler, to everyone else kind of putting him down to him, lifting himself up and getting the victory. Tonight he will have to do that again. But he needs to be a little safer. I think if Charles Oliveira was a little smarter in the octagon, he could add some years to his fight career. Let's see if tonight we see a pivot in the approach from "Do Bronx."
Well, it's got to be a judge's dream. Went the distance with Tony Ferguson in 2020, but that was his first decision fight since 2014. Kill or be killed. We'll see how it goes for Charles Oliveira tonight. All right, well, his boxing has been on point throughout his UFC career, and gotta figure there's gonna be plenty more where that came from here in this matchup.
You know, this guy is such a great boxer, John, that if he decided to chase down the Olympic gold medal, you would think that he would have that opportunity. His ability to go out there and set traps, his footwork, his movement is next level. It is not something we have seen before. I would have expected to see this man in Beijing, Athens, somewhere trying to represent the country. But instead, he does his work inside the UFC's octagon, and he is special, and he is so fun for him.
Heady praise from a two-time United States Olympian, Daniel Cormier. First order of business, though, tonight, winning this mixed martial arts contest. With that, both fighters have now graced the octagon. They will lock the door behind them, ready to go with a crazy fight here at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. And now our tail of the tape for this lightweight scrap. All right, now for the official introductions, we send it inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion, Charles "Do Bronx" Oliveira. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy,
Herb Dean, third party in the octagon tonight. All right, early portions of the round, we will see how it goes for Charles Oliveira. This man has every skill you would want in a mixed martial artist, and that's why he has gone from, you know, middling featherweight at times to one of the greatest lightweights of all time. Front kick to the body is there. Nice work by Choi.
Keep the pressure on. Everything's landing.
The right hand just misses. Beautiful combination there. If you are teaching an up-and-coming fighter about throwing volume strikes effectively, you can do worse than watching the film on this.
It's a masterclass, John. It's a masterclass in mixing up the target, mixing up the strikes, and ending your combinations with the kick.
Oliveira doing the right things defensively.
Huge knee lands from in close.
And they separate. Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses. Heavy leather landed on both sides in that exchange. Missed with that right hand. Oh, beautiful uppercut by the boxer there. And for the BJJ guy, sorry, man, your gi is nowhere to be found. Like, may need to raise your hands.
You know, knees can be caught for takedowns, uppercuts can't. You're allowed to be at distance when you throw it. He showed that. Look for him to continue to go to the well with that strike.
Just out of range with that right hand. Went for the inside leg kick. Overhand punch to the head, blocked though by Oliveira.
That's how you control the fight. Keep fighting behind the jab.
Nice hook by Oliveira. Oh, flying knee. So we pull up the numbers here. 28 total strikes have already landed for Charles Oliveira.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Oh, that one landed, yep.
All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and it's starting to show itself.
Under 2 minutes to go now in our opening round. Shot to the body here, blocked by Oliveira. And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. He's looking for that left hand. Not there. The Korean Superboy gets tattooed by that straight punch. Nice body shot there. Oliveira's now cut above the eye from that strike. That bears watching as this fight continues. Good series of punches by him there. He has certainly had no trouble finding the range tonight.
He is finding the target with everything he throws. He's mixing it up beautifully.
Oh, landed that kick to the leg.
That left hook was crazy.
Oh, another blistering combination there. Really starting to do a nice job stringing the shots together.
And you can see the damage in his opponent's body, his face, his body, his legs. He's beating him up on all the targets. It's not one guy just headhunting. He is finding every opening that is presented to him.
Oh, misses with the jab. Hook in the clinch there is good by Oliveira. 15 seconds.
Let's get in this fight. Come on, Walker.
Oh, that's big.
Outstanding back and forth first round. Heading back to the corner after that round. Oliveira's got a nasty cut above the eye. Cutman has his work to do here in advance of round 5. All right, we got a few clips for you, DC, of all the damage doled out in that round, and his eye continuing to be the main target.
I mean, it's getting hammered. He is getting hit in that spot over and over again. And because of that, his opponent has gained in confidence, and he is very limited in what he can do in his approach, because safety has to be first now.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, round 2. All right, next round is now underway. I thought there was pretty good back and forth action in the previous round.
Yes, it wasn't a firefight. It wasn't two guys throwing the kitchen sink at each other. But you did see times when it came together and you saw the skill level of these two fighters.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it. All right, well, he made no bones about his game plan. He was going to attack the body, and he does so effectively yet again.
Well, how about the discipline? How about the discipline to stay the course, to not rush?
Oh, big knee! Well, I'm not sure if I should knock his fight IQ, but it seems like he's sort of playing around here. Feels like the finish is there for the taking.
Yeah, the finish is there. and he needs to take his time to try and find it. Don't rush, be patient, and in that patience, you'll find a punch or kick that will put your opponent out.
All right, so how about this? The BJJ fighter just continues to land at will on the feet, not necessarily the way you drew it up today, champ.
No, watching these two fight in preparation, you don't expect to see this playing out in front of you. The jiu-jitsu fighter normally is chasing takedowns, but he must have seen something in his opponent that is allowing him to get this type of success on the feet. He looks like he is evolving as a fighter, and that is very good for him and his team to see.
Oh, now gets an underhook to get a more dominant position. Oliveira's got a pretty deep bruise now starting to appear on the right side of his body. His opponent has done a lot of work in that region tonight. Man, these guys have some chins on them. Huge shots being landed on both sides. Well, you saw us referencing the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two. Choi's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight.
Liver kick, if you take those kicks, it's going to shut your body off. You know, when guys start to tell you, kick me here, again, they start to posture. That means that what you're doing is actually taking an effect on it.
And just misses with that big right hand. Just over 2 minutes now to go in round two.
He's taking a lot of body shots this round. What a great job getting that kick to the target.
All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red, there's nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Looks like the cut man to my right is starting to get anxious with all the high volume of strikes being landed here. He has really kept his opponent on his heels throughout.
He's had him on his heels. He's got him reacting. He's reacting to the feints. He's reacting to the jab. He's reacting to every single thing coming in his direction. He has got to find a way to change the narrative, to change the way that this fight is playing out if he wants an opportunity. But to this point, this boxer has looked amazing.
Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop him. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut, and now all the blood that's coming from the cut.
All right, so there's the end of the round. Big story in this one now. The cut on the bridge of that nose from that strike. The cut man is in there. Should be able to shut this one and potentially prevent it from being a factor here moving forward. So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this. Again, he will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. All right, next round is underway, and if you look at these two guys in between rounds, it looks like they've barely broken a sweat. Both with good resting heart rates, stamina still very high, And you just have to laud the efforts of these guys in training. Both men certainly noted cardio specialists, but incredible that they would have this much in the tank after 10+ minutes of fighting. All right, we told you we'd keep an eye on it, DC. That cut is starting to open up wider now. He continues to target that area wisely.
Well, when you saw it right away, it wasn't that bad. As he continues to target it, you can start to see it opening up. Look for him to continue to go down that route to try to get this victory.
Nice knee landed there by Oliveira. Pretty good series of knees by him there, DC. He told us on Thursday he felt like they would be there. They have been there.
They have been there, and he is driving them into his opponent's body. It's hard to watch.
Oh, these are some devastating knees, as we might say in Boston, some wicked, effective knees.
I love what you're talking about. I think it's so good. But there's a guy, I love the way you talk, but I love the way this guy fights. And he's throwing those knees in order to shut the lights off of his opponent. Oh, right into mount.
Might be able to hook onto an arm here. Oh, that one looks really tight, DC. Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Oliveira getting worked here from the top. You don't want to take too many more of these ground and pound strikes. Side control now. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Oh, he reverses the position now. Nice work on the ground by Oliveira.
There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Setting up for another submission now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in.
Attacking armbar.
Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but submission defense wins this transition.
Oh, interesting there as he just decides to let him back up.
Oh.
Champ, look at that redness underneath his elbow. A lot of those strikes to the body are starting to pile up.
Getting beat up and being smart enough to not be headhunting the entire time. I like this. I like this approach. Great block there.
He missed with that jab attempt there. Oh, a little single collar tie there. Oliveira's eye is closing up. Left hook to the head. Big shots being landed on both sides here. Heavy kick downstairs. Less than 2 minutes to go in round 3. Oliveira gets lit up by that straight punch.
If this guy doesn't move his head, his night is about to end.
There's that body shot. Choi's not making things easier on the opponent right now, continuing to target that damaged nose, and that strike certainly found the target. Oh, another beautiful body shot there. You see the damage starting to accumulate. Maybe some defense would be wise at this point in the fight.
I think so, John. You can't just get beat up to the body. It doesn't show itself right away. It takes time whenever you're beating somebody up from the body and working your way up to the head. But right now we are starting to see the damage, and you see it not only in the body, but in the reaction of the opponent.
Choi's cut on his nose is just pouring blood at this point. You wonder if that's impacting his breathing by now. All right, so a good job by him here. He continues to block these shots. Seems to see them coming a mile away.
He sees them coming a mile away, and he's blocking, he's rolling, he's slipping. He's doing a great job. Big shot lands for both guys.
Just missed with the left there.
Oh, nice takedown defense. He's got that single collar tie locked in.
Choi's eye appears to be closing up by the second. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Nice placement there on the left hook counter. Final seconds of round 3.
Beautiful combination.
That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship rounds. All right, there's the horn signifying the end of the round, and he heads back to the stool, and hopefully he can stay in this fight because that is a severe cut that he's dealing with right now. Well, that was a damaging 5 minutes. We'll see how he can recover over this 60 seconds. We'll show you some replays now from that previous round.
He was on the receiving end of some big blows, and he wasn't moving his head well. His head was on the center line. He was a stationary target, and his opponent opened up a nasty cut on him. He has got to move his head to limit the damage that he's taking.
You ready to fight? You ready?
We have arrived at the 4th round fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Early right hand gets through for Dubrox. Unable to connect there.
Block that punch.
Pretty strong jab there by Oliveira. Choi's really bleeding now. That cut is only getting worse. Takedown defense holds up. Rip the body there.
He does everything so well, and he's so calm. He's so calm in the face of such a big spot.
Now he gets a more dominant position with the underhook.
He is going to start.
Now he pulls guard right into a triangle here, DC.
I mean, he pulled guard, and he's now attempting a triangle choke, which is absolutely insane.
Oh, he's out of danger.
Great submission defense. He was able to take his arm out and stay safe.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded. They're so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground.
Oh.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Oliveira. Oh, he's setting up for a submission now. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in. Oh, he got out again.
Now he's going full mount. You have to be so well-rounded once you get to the top of these divisions. You cannot just be a knockout guy. You got to be able to change it up if you find yourself in this situation that he's in right now. This is where he wants to be.
Well, I can't even relate to the mental and physical toughness we are seeing from these two individuals. Both fighters damaged and compromised, and yet leaning on the heart here late in the fight.
Yeah, they're both leaning on the heart. They're both trying to really show that they belong. They're both trying to show that they're the better fighter. They have been matched at every single step. They're both bloody, battered, bruised, but neither one of them is willing to take a step back. These guys want to win.
Ground and pound keeps coming. Good movement to avoid that damage coming down.
Just gotta be careful here. He's gotta start throwing down. Oh boy, look at that gash.
Nicely done. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he...
Attempting an armbar here. Ooh, looks like it might be locked in.
Once he gets you going, he's got so many ways to finish armbars.
All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Fighter able to reverse position on the ground and gain a dominant position. Nicely done. Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Oliveira.
Oh, right to the mount.
Keep moving those hits until you get your guard back.
grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, that's gotta be it. Working on Ezekiel choking, he somehow gets out.
He just had to stay patient. It's so unfamiliar. If you panic, you're gonna get submitted. He didn't panic.
Oh, big shots from the top. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Well, what a war of attrition this fight has been. Both fighters dealing with cuts, critical damage in the facial area. Something's got to give at some point.
Yeah, these are the types of fights that we love. These guys are leaking everywhere. They're both trying to finish this fight. They're very evenly matched, and you can see it in the competition, but you can also see it in the damage that they're both showing.
All right, let us get you some replays from the damage in that previous round. Perhaps we can even isolate the shot that opened the cut.
I mean, just some big shots landed over the course of that round. And he wasn't responsible defensively. He was trying to tough out way too many situations. You can't do that when you're fighting a guy like this. If he doesn't change something, he's going to find himself in trouble.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round. So he counters with an effective punch there, and at least in that situation, it paid to have the advantage in reach. Oh, effective use of the jab by Oliveira. Well, missed on that one. Oh, and he counters with a hook, and he landed the punch there, or so it appeared. Nice job by Choi. Really using his reach advantage to great effect with that punch there.
The fighters separate.
Oh, how good is that kick? Choi.
He's outbound. I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock a guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You got to go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's ripe for the picking. Go and pick the fruit.
Choi's trying to make that eye swell shut, DC, as you see the fighter continuing to land strikes and target that eye that is already pretty severely swollen. Back and forth we go. Oliveira's nose is just pouring blood right now. I'm no doctor, Daniel, but I'm not sure that thing isn't broken right now. Right now they separate. Certainly a strong front runner for fight of the night as we go down to the wire here between these two combatants.
They're both so...
These guys are leaking all over each other. 3 minutes now to go to decide this one. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow! Trying to finish this fight.
He passed the half guard.
Oh, man, beautiful job to target that already compromised spot. It's getting worse by the minute. Are working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Gonna try to take his opponent's back here, and he does.
Get them on here.
All right, right into side control. Upper body strength figures to be put to good use here.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to look for his opponent to turn back into him. He should chase guillotine, but the opponent turns to the opposite side. He can take his back, throw his hooks in, try to choke, or flatten him out. Just go for the finish.
Oh, just a merciless approach here on the ground, continuing to target that cup. Trying for a submission now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short and not allowing his opponent to get the submission victory. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Choi.
You need to fight down.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Block! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Oliveira's really bleeding heavily now. That cut is only getting worse by the minute.
Oh, now he's going to find himself in a little more danger.
Oliveira's back in full mount. All right, so the fighter's setting up another sub attempt here. Ooh, that looks tight.
He's got it locked in.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Oliveira. All right, feet on the hips here. Oliveira's tough as it gets, but that eye is downright nasty at this point in time, and you've got a back and forth action right till the final horn. What a tremendous finish to this one as we go the full 25 minutes. We'll
Ladies
see how
and
the
gentlemen,
judges
after
saw it.
5
Here
rounds,
is Bruce
we
Buffer.
go to the judges' scorecards for decision.
For the winner by split decision, Charles "The Bronx" Oliveira.
All right, so we congratulate Charles Oliveira on yet another UFC win, but this one, somewhat surprisingly, by decision, he goes to the cards.
So many thought that Charles Oliveira, if taken into deep water, could not last. He has shown time and time again now, submission, knockout, or decision, it'll be hard to beat Du Bronx. Congrats on the massive victory